Good day. I and Ms. Kazem will discuss to you the trends and issues on curriculum and curriculum development. First, what is curriculum trends? The International Bureau of Education defines curriculum trends as the increasingly important changes that are taking place in the field of curriculum to respond to current and anticipated development in society and education. Due to the ever changing trends and developments in our society and education, the curriculum also changed to respond to those current and new situations. On May 29, 2019, Digital Learning Magazine published in their website an article entitled Upcoming Trends That Will Shape the Future of Education for Children. According to the article, technology is advancing at a rapid pace. It has influenced every sector, and education is no exception. One of the most influence of advanced technology is our education. By 2025, one third of the global population is going to be made by the youngest generation. Generation Alpha, also known as the I generation. Generation Alpha is considered to be the children born between 2010 and 2025. This will be the first generation entirely born in the 21st century. These children are considered to be the most technologically savvy demographic till date. I generation are the most technologically immersed generation. And just from watching the intense look on their faces as they play video games, text all day long, Facebook, watch YouTube videos, and juggle a dozen websites at a time, it's a clear day that they are engaged. They also discuss the six groundbreaking trends that will help to shape the future of education and in turn the future of children in the coming years. These are number one, EdTech platforms. We are familiar to the word EdTech, right? We've encountered this to our technology for teaching and learning subject. Education technology is the combination of IT tools and educational practices aimed at facilitating and enhancing learning. It is to help shape the future of education for children. New age edtech platforms are contributing in many ways. With online tutoring picking up rapid pace, there are unique digital platforms that help students connect with the right tutors. It provides students with the option of taking classes anytime, anywhere through its online and offline classroom option. It also aids in personalizing the learning experience through a total customization of the mode, time, and place of learning. It offers students complete control over their pace of learning. One of the example of this is Kahoot. We are all familiar on this website. It is a game-based learning platform that brings engagement and fun to the learners who are using it. Number two is classroom of the future. Education is no more tethered to classroom. Students have diverse opportunities to learn through various e-learning tools that offer more opportunities for remote, self-paced practical learning. Students will be able to move seamlessly from a traditional to a global virtual classroom. While it's already happening soon, it will be common to see children learn the theoretical concept in classroom, while the practical knowledge will be taught using technology. There is a lot of opportunities to learn through different e-learning tools. In our situation, we miss the presence of being in school. But for now, because of the advancement of technology, we are now accepting the new normal, which is the virtual classroom that is already usual to us. Number three, AI, VR, MR. The students from Generation Alpha are going to benefit in a huge way from the emerging technology and innovation. Technologies such as augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, AR, VR, MR, or robotics and artificial intelligence are already changing education. Augmented reality, it overlays digital information and real-world elements. In virtual reality is the most widely known of these technologies. It, it is fully immersive, which tricks your senses into thinking you're in a different environment or a world apart from the real world. Mixed reality brings together real world and digital elements. In mixed reality, you interact with the manipulated both physical and virtual items and environment using next generation sensing and imaging technologies. The beauty of trends like VR or the artificial intelligence in the education is that in 10 minutes, it provides an experience of a subject that a textbook cannot. These technologies can enhance or strengthen the understanding of course materials so that the students can easily and quickly grasp or understand concept. To be more familiar, I have here the pictures of the augmented reality, virtual reality, and the mixed reality. Number 4, customized learning. E-learning tools are helping develop personal learning paths for children as per their abilities. As technology continues to spread education, the concept of personalized learning is gaining traction or moving faster. Personalized learning involves using technologies to give students more control over their education experience. Children get to choose the time, place, path, and pace of his or her learning. Each student gets a learning plan based on how he learns, what he knows, and what his skills and interests are. Number 5, wider choice. In the coming years, students will get a chance to make the most of advanced technology. They will be able to modify or change their learning process with tools of their own choice. There will be different device, different programs and techniques. Trends like blended learning, a method of teaching that integrates technology and digital media with traditional instructor-led classroom activities. Or the BYOD or the bring your own device. Those are all set to help children shape their future in a big way. Lastly, number 6, future proofing. Today, the freelance sector has come up in a big way. People are no more restricted working from offices, and some prefer working from the convenience of their homes, coffee shops, or co working spaces to make today's children future ready for these changes. There is already focus on adapting to project-based learning and working. Teachers make sure learning plans or project-based learning match up with academic standards, and they check to see if students are demonstrating the skills they expected to learn as they progress through their education. They are now learning to apply their skills in shorter terms to a variety of situations. In a world where change is now one of the few constants, swapping certainty for innovation and discovery, we need a fast approach to curriculum building capacity in students for an exciting future. To become ready for the future, it focuses on the student centered learning for them to be able to apply their skills in every situation. Then in 2020, when the world was hit by the pandemic brought by COVID-19 virus, it was changed the educational landscape in unpredictable ways. Waterford grounded up 10 educational trends and issues educators should keep an eye and consider researching for their classroom. I will be discussing to you the three educational trends and issues, then the rest will be discussed to you by Ms. Kasem. So let's proceed to the first educational trends and issues. The first one is the self-care. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and other world's events, teachers and families may also be more overwhelmed than ever. This year, as schools moved to online learning and teachers scrambled to adjust their curriculum, many teachers, students, and parents gain new appreciation for the value of self-care. While we don't fully know what the 2020 to 2021 school year will look like yet, it's sure that taking care of your overall health and well-being will be essential for student, teacher, and parents alike. You may want to include assignment that helps students manage stress and make time for your own self-care as a teacher. The most popular issue in education is having an anxiety and stress caused by this pandemic, not only students but also teachers and parents as well. There are many scattered news that is about suicide because of the stress in education. But one thing we should learn, we should know the value of self-care and we must apply it. As a teacher, you may give your student an assignment or activities that will cope and manage their stress and also make time for your own self-care. The next one is the blended learning. Blended learning is a school or classroom structure in which students learn partially from direct teachers' instruction and partially in more self-directed activities. This mixture might be perfect if students are learning from both school and home next year, although it's still difficult to predict how and when students will return to school. Many voices in the education, including Forbes contributor Enrique Dance, believe that blended learning will be on the rise this year. In our new curriculum, teacher will give us an instruction and the rest is more on self-directed activities. In that way, even it is hard for us, we learn through these activities. We become more flexible and enhance our different skills. But some of the other issue is IT literacy, which may be a significant barrier for teacher rather than students. The availability of solid tech support and trainers is an absolute must. The next one is the personal learning or personalized learning. Over the past few years, personalized learning has been on the rise. Why keep an eye on personalized learning? When school curriculum is adapted to a student's unique needs, it's more likely to promote student progress because each child can move at their right pace. As what I've said a while ago, each student gets a learning plan based on how he learns, what he knows, and what his skills and interests are. The teacher doesn't lead all students through the same lesson. Instead, the teacher guides each student on an individualized journey. The what, when, where, and how of learning is tailored to meet each student's strengths, skills, needs, and interests. The teacher assumes that each learner is totally unique. Plus, adaptive software programs allows teachers to use the same program for all students in their classroom, including those with learning disabilities. In a recent generation, we are in adapting learning where in teacher use same programs for all students in their classroom, which is the computer-based or online educational system. It modifies the presentation of material in response to the student performance and progress. That would be all. Thank you and God bless.